Hey guys, it's me, the WX Radio Collector, and I think it's finally time we do this. Weather Radio Collection Update. Sorry for that. And we're on the phone with
Yoshi Kim 115.
and Ohio Farm EAS. He's at school. But, we're gonna be doing a collection update again. Yeah, I was expecting you were gonna say something, so I put the camera up to the microphone, the speaker. Now, we're gonna start with the bad radios. Okay. The first bad radio we have is a faceplate. You may be thinking, that's not a radio, that's just a faceplate to a WR100. Yoshi, tell him what happened. If you don't know what that means the tuner died. But it didn't do the squeal. It just went silent. Okay? It went silent. Because this is an older version 5. You can tell because it has the regular NOAA logo. And it doesn't have this type of NOAA logo. The newer type of NOAA logo. Okay, next radio we have is a Radio Shack 12-262. You'll be thinking, where is the 262? Yoshi, tell him.
Well, you destroyed it as well.
I destroyed it. Yes, I destroyed the 262. I destroyed this version 5. You may be thinking, why did you not save them? Like, why did you not replace your tuners? Because I didn't know that replacing tuners was a thing back then. Until I looked at YouTube. I'm like, waste of my money. Anyways. I just found something. Oh, it's a battery that exploded. Anyways. Next radio. We have an Eton Zone Guard. Where's that Eton Zone Guard? You tell him.
Well, let's just say that you fried it.
Yes, I accidentally fried it because I reverse polarized it, which means I put the positive and negative backwards. RIP that Zone Guard. I took it all apart. It's in pieces. I don't know where most of them are. But if I wanted to get that Zone Guard working, I have to get an entirely new board. How fun! Okay, next radio. The Alert Works. You may be thinking, what's wrong with this Alert Works? It looks like a totally I'm disappointed in myself. A totally working Alert Works. Well, you're wrong. Because this may have a dead tuner. Well, I want to say dead. I think it's just cooked tuner because it doesn't receive anything. Like, it doesn't even receive my name. Outside, inside, adjusting the antenna does absolutely nothing. But I'm pretty sure if I were to bring this over to the KBS transmitter, I'm pretty sure this thing would be in service again, because when I try to self-activate it, it's heard. Like, you can hear it. It activates, but it's, like, it's not normal. Yeah. Like, y'all may be thinking, hey, well, it's just an Alert Works. That should not happen to it. Like, what happened to it? I don't know. I'm honestly not sure. It still works. It's just a tuner. Maybe cooked. I'm not sure. But anyways, let's move on to the good radios. Yay! Okay, so here's the FRX3. This is my KBS 508 stream radio. And obviously it's not up because you may see it's not on the computer. That has a Radio Shack antenna on it, as you may notice. This is actually an antenna off my old 262. The one that's been destroyed. That was my first 262. I have a second one now. Thankfully. So, yeah, it's a good radio. The original antenna, like, lost half of its portion. Like, it was, like, this long. Like, right down here. Actually, no, it was about this long. It went down there. But now it has a Radio Shack antenna on it, and it works pretty well. Let's see if we can hear it. Actually, I do not want to mess with the volume knob on that because the stream microphone is very sensitive. But, yeah. Next radio is the Pro 135. It's my first scanner. Works pretty well. It's pretty quiet, unfortunately. But it works. Next radio we have is my second AlertWorks. This one actually receives unlike that one. And it goes off second header a lot. I kind of like it going off second header because it makes it sound like I don't know. It makes it sound better for some reason to me. Next radio is the crappy FR370. The reason why, I'm pretty sure you can see why it's crappy. Just take a look at it. You may notice it's not on its alert either. Because the charger on it absolutely sucks. And also, it was warped. Like, the entire front plate was warped and making this buttons not pressing. They're kind of not pressing in because of the warp. You can kind of see it, actually. But, yeah, also, Yoshi knows what happened to this. Yoshi, what happened to the watch and advisory lights?
They don't turn on anymore.
No, they do not turn on anymore. I think the advisory light fried, and the watch light, I don't think it's making contact with the circuit. Because every time I press in on one of these buttons, actually it's on the power button, but if I press it in, the watch light will turn on if it's on the watch. Like if it went off for a watch. And that's if it didn't go off 1050 hertz first. Next radio, we have the Radio Shack 12-382. Specifically, this one is a
2008.
Yes, it's a 2008. This thing's tuner died a few times. I'm not going to bring it up because I know what's going to happen if I do. Moving on. Anyways, we have the version 3 WR100. This is my version 3. This is my brother's. He gave it to me. Thank you to my brother. Oh, this also came from him, but we can't be skipping radios. So, I think this one's really good at DXing, to be honest. Because, I was DXing with this thing. This thing got every single channel last night, actually. While the WR100, how many times am I going to call this thing the WR100? I'm at the WR120, and it's falling apart. Anyways, this thing got all 7 channels, while this one, at the same time, only got, like, 5? 6? It's shocking. This thing is a better DXer than this. Huh?
Wow.
Okay. Anyways, moving on is the WR120. Thank you to myself that didn't accidentally call it the 100 again. As you may see, its front plate is coming off. Well, already came off, but I just stick it in place. And as you may notice, it has the event glitch. I got it with the event glitch. Like, I bought it with its event glitch. To be honest, I hate the event glitch. But at least it tells you. Well, at least it shows what the short is for, like, those alerts. But yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this because I mostly said everything about it. Here's my brother's WR100. This is a bad receiver than mine. Because as you may hear,
79 degrees.
if I take off
This is NOAA Weather Radio GPS 508. All hazards. Broadcasting on a...
Hold up, I put down the camera in order to take it off. Okay, as you may notice, this thing is a terrible DXer. Well, not DXer, it's just a terrible receiver. Because
Current time is 2. Summer-like conditions are expected across the North Country and Vermont today, with an abundance of sunshine and highs well into the mid to upper. Around the showers and
but yeah, it's a really bad receiver. So I have an external antenna hooked up to it at all times.
the weekend with several frontal passages likely. Now for
Alright, now we may move on to the next radios. I'm going to grab my phone and put it right here. Okay, next radios. We have the Radio Shack 12-261. Unfortunately, it's not my most wanted 261, the 03s. They keep selling every time I don't have my money. And every time I do have money, none show up. So, I think the eBay market hates me. This is a 2005 version. And in one of my videos, you saw that I was yapping about it having the 03 261's test beeps, and it's user set. Again, not sure why it's in there, but it is. Okay, next radio. We have the Sangean CL100. Pretty good radio. And as you may notice, these wires running to the into its battery compartment is because the power port is absolutely garbage on this thing. Not sure what happened to it, but it just is. So, yeah. Next radio we have, actually, yeah, that's everything I have to say about that. Next radio we have is the Max Digital. I don't know the exact model of this thing because it's a very large model. This is my very first weather radio. This is what literally started it all. If I didn't see this at a garage sale, I probably wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't even have all these. But yeah, this is my very first weather radio. This thing is a decent radio, to be honest. Thought I pressed something on there. And
Friday night, partly showers likely. Highs in the mid-70s. Lows in the lower 60s. Chance of rain 70%. Saturday.
yeah, that's better. Yeah. This thing has many problems with it, including you can see a cable going into the radio instead of plugging in. It has a power port problem, like the Sangean. This time, this was obviously when I didn't know tuner fixing was a thing. So, and I didn't know port thing, and I didn't know that you can just feed wires into here, like into the battery compartment, like I did with the Sangean. So I literally just took the radio apart and fed a wire, like this type of wire, into the radio and soldered it. As you may see, there's no battery low symbol, because literally the wires are going to where the battery compartment would connect. I think it works really well. Alright, next radio is the Whistler WS1025. This is my favorite scanner I own, probably because it has these tones. And also, it's a super first tether, which means it goes off first, and then the other first tether radio I have here. But yeah, let's make this quick because this video is at 14 minutes and I don't have a lot of storage. Next, we have this General Electric radio. I forgot what the model is. Pretty good radio. Let's see if it's doing the AM/FM thing. No, surprisingly. I did hear it popping this morning, so which means it is doing it again. But it's just random. I'm going to put it off my on so you can see better. There we go. Next we have the Recomer 1630 I think this is the C, if I'm correct.
Following for the...
Pretty good radio. This is my second radio, actually. This is the first, this is the second. I think I made a really good decision with this one, except the menu button came missing. Unlike this one. It's actually there. But, yeah, I bought it without the menu button. Anyways, next radio we have is the Recomer 1630. No, Recomer 1650. I don't remember what this was. I think it was a C also. Don't remember. But, yeah. No, I actually think this is the D. I don't remember. I'll have to ask somebody again. Because somebody told me what it was, but I forgot. I think it's another good, decent radio.
Around 10 miles.
But yeah. Next radio we have is 74200. This is a version 8. Man, I wish I had a version 8 WR300. But this is a version 8 74200. Yeah, it's a good, decent radio besides its sounds.
Today, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 80s.
I don't know what the sounds are. I have it turned all the way down so you don't have to hear the and my EIS videos when it goes off for headers and or EOMs. I don't know why it does that. It just does. Next radio we have here is finally returned. 74105. This thing's been dead for a while, but it finally came back to life for alerts. But yeah, not much to say about this one. This is my favorite radio because I think it syncs up with the collection really well. But yeah, next radio we have here is the WX150. This is the normal type, not the high pitch, I wish. But, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. This came with the first Sound Guard, actually. They came on the first day. Like, they arrived on the first day. Like, on the first day? What am I talking about? They arrived on the same day. And, yeah, there's nothing really else to say about this. Also, I got this from my brother. Thanks to my brother. This also came from my brother. This is the Radio Shack 12-247B. Thank you to myself for not calling it the 74. Because I accidentally do say that. But thankfully I didn't say it this time. But I think it's a good radio. I think it matches up pretty well with the collection again. And yeah, there's nothing really else for me to say. Here is my second Radio Shack 12-262. My brothers gave me this thanks to him. It's pretty good. It's been receiving. Like, no, it's what I meant was it's been going off. It hasn't been going off a lot, but it's been going off as it's supposed to for a few. I remember when it didn't go off at all. But now it is, thankfully. And yeah. Here's my second Eton Zone Guard. I bought this as soon as I accidentally fried my first one. And, yeah. Nothing really else to say about that. Here's my version 16 HH54. For some reason it has a green advisory light. I did not mod it. It did not say it was modded. But it literally has a green statement light. I'm not sure why, it just does. And also, a radio that I forgot to bring up is the not ER310, the ER210. That is actually downstairs, being used to monitor weather. And yeah. And last but not least, probably my rarest radio I have in my collection, the version 2 WR100. You may be saying, that's just a regular version 2 WR100 WX. You're wrong, because this is a 2004 version. These are a little bit rarer than the regular version 2s. And it receives pretty well.
With a temperature of 81. At Ogdensburg, the weather conditions were not available. Once again, in Messina,
It's kind of like my version 3. Whenever I DX, it actually gets about all 7 stations again. I use this for alerts a lot on KHA 53. This thing sucks at getting KHA 53. This thing is pretty good. I got about every single one of these I got off eBay, besides obviously this. This came from a garage sale. This came off of a bidding website, and I won it for $2.50. That's a steal. I didn't know it was a 2004. I thought it was just a regular 2003, like all of them. No, I got told that the 2004 variants are rarer than the 2003s. So I turned it around, and I'm like, this is 2004. No way. But, yeah, that's really all the radios here. And remember, I was on the phone with
Yoshi Family 105.
and Ohio Fire and EAS. Well, that was it. And the video's gonna end now. Bye!